Hey, I just want to invite everybody down to Scouts on Friday morning at 8 o'clock to fellowship with guys, to enjoy some donuts and a fun time, but also to get to know the Lord and to know that He loves you and wants to have a relationship with you. So invite friends and come on down. Thanks.
Good. All right. I was talking to a dude on Tuesday, and out in California, where all you guys are from, anyways. And we're just kind of talking, and I'm kind of doing my thing. And it was a basketball question. I think, how come I talk basketball all the time? Well, it's a big part of my life for so many years. Most of my stories come from that. So you guys are going to kind of have. I want to segue from a basketball story, and David likes basketball. So he always, once a month, I got to say one, and then I'm going to tie it into the end about the great mystery. And how much God loves you. So I'm going to run, and usually I have 3 stories. I put them together. Today I have 4, and I have 40 cups of coffee. So I might be a little bit crazy today, all right? Between my Asperger's, ADD, and caffeine addiction, man, I'm a mess. All right? But I didn't have a domestic last night, so we're good. Anyways, you know, if you guys followed the New York Knicks back in the day, they had a great player named Bernard King. And you guys that are hoopsters here, I love you guys anyways. All you SEC football guys, yeah, whatever, man. It's all N.B.A. in my book. But anyways, guy was Bernard King, you know, and funny, went back-to-back, won 2 nights in a row, back-to-back games. He scored 50 and then 50, all right? Back-to-back, you know, and he had 4 broken fingers, man. He was an unbelievable dude. I mean, this guy could score, competitive motor, the whole bit. But he was at a game, and it was about, you know, mid-season. They're down 7 with about 3 minutes left. Now they're down 9 with 3 minutes left. Bernard King's team, right? The New York Knicks. Anyways, Hubie Brown's the coach, and Coach Brown, he calls a timeout. They got 1 timeout left. He comes over, he's talking to the dudes. You know, it's a 30-second timeout, whatever. They go back in the floor. They got no timeouts left, and they go like on a, 16-0 run, and they end up winning the New York Knicks the game. Yeah, you know, it's New York. There's a lot of media going around. And so Coach Brown goes to the conference afterwards, and the media's asking him, hey, what, like, that timeout was a miracle, man. I mean, like, what did you say? I mean, it was like magic. I mean, they're down 7 in the N.B.A. 9. That's a lot of points being down with a couple minutes left, right? You know, he's got Bernard King on the team, right? And Hubie Brown's just staring at him, and then he didn't even answer the question. He looks over here, and another media guy's go, no, Coach Brown, that was like one of the greatest coaching moves we've never seen anything like that before. That was just amazing. Coach Brown goes, man, there's no mystery in this. What are you talking about? Because what? Because, yeah, there's no mystery. Go, Coach Brown, what did you say to the guys? He says, well, I got Bernard King on the team, right? I just told the guys, give it to that guy. Just give it to Bernard. They're all staring at him like, what? You know, they're waiting all this execution and diagrams and X and an O and screen here and foul this guy and rotate here. He goes, there's no mystery here. I got the best player on the planet. We're going to give it to that guy. That was it. No mysteries, baby. It ties into my little coffee story about, you know, I'm addicted to this stuff. I shouldn't be, but I am. And I was thinking, hey, where the heck did coffee come from? I wonder what the mystery is around that. And it was Ethiopia. The story goes like that. Maybe, 900 AD or whatever it is. Some guy's out in Ethiopia, and then he sees his donkeys or something eating the bush. I don't even know if it's true, but just the story. And you guys that own coffee houses, shut up, man. Don't get on my business, all right? Go have your latte at Starbucks and don't get on my case, all right? Anyways, the guy's watching his donkeys out in Ethiopia, and he sees them, all hyper and da-da-da, he's out there just doing the donkey thing. Anyways, and he sees what they're eating, these little berry things. So story goes, he goes over and he eats them. Oh, what the heck? And then, and he starts grinding them up. And then, in Ethiopia, it's kind of a sacred thing. There's a mystery around coffee. I didn't know that. Then they go across the Red Sea and do it in Yemen. It's this whole mystical thing. You guys have been to Japan or some of you guys Japanese heritage. You know how they have the tea ceremony? Kind of a cool little tea ceremony. You can go, in Ethiopia, they have the coffee ceremony. It's like a great mystery around coffee. I didn't know that either. How does it relate into Bernard King? I don't know. I just like the story, okay? Anyways, the next story. No, I'm not joking. How does coffee relate to Bernard King? I don't know. There's no mystery, right? Anyways, the last story tied into the Bible is, you cats that are teachers here, no, you can't hire me. Anyways, Story goes like, do you guys remember, and you guys are old enough to remember this. Most of you guys are old enough, you remember when TVs came out, right? Some of you guys all remember radio. Anyways, you guys remember that show, Jacques Cousteau? Isn't that unbelievable? That cat, that's why I like wearing a beanie. He always wear that beanie going around, I don't want you to know this about Jacques Cousteau. I used to love the mystery, with the mystery underwater. It was all. That's why you watch the show Sunday night after Disney, right? Or before, and you're going to watch this show, and he'd go underwater and do his thing, and he's wearing a little, his little tiny short little Speedo, and he's from, we're like, what the heck is this guy? And he's going, and it's unbelievable. Do you know that guy won more awards? What is the one for movies? Academy Awards? He won more Academy Awards than Meryl Streep. I mean, he won a lot of stuff. And a lot of people know he designed that scuba equipment. And I didn't know this too, but he didn't go into oceanography and all that. He wanted to be an airline pilot. But he got in a wreck in a car accident and busted up his arms. And he kind of went in the water to kind of get rehabbed and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of the story goes, right? Anyways, I thought, wow, quite an interesting segue about Jacques Cousteau, but his whole thing was about uncovering the mysteries, and all he did. And then Britain, they wanted to find the Britannicum. They said, who do we get to go in the water? And you got all these guys with big academic, doctorates and all this stuff. They understand the water, and like some of you, water guys here. And Britain goes, no, we're going to hire that guy that's self-taught. He knows everything about the ocean. And sure enough, they got hired Jacques Cousteau. And Jacques Cousteau's thing was, there's a great mystery under that water. Right? Great mystery under the water. Ties into the story about...
Did Jacques Cousteau play basketball in Ethiopia?
I don't know, man. All I know is Jacques Cousteau drank a lot of coffee, and I don't know if you know Bernard King. And I always tell Rob Paris, I tell the jokes in the morning. Let's get that straight, man. Anyways, here's how it goes. The other day, ties in with some of you cats in here, and today... I want a very short time with the guys here that know the love of God. Because I know there's some guys in here that love God. And I would just encourage you to keep meeting other dudes, plant the seeds, come alongside them. When they're going through tidal waves, just be there for them, all right? Be there for them. But and you guys today, you're going to just hang out and have donuts. I'm really talking to the guys today that I was most of my life. Didn't know God. I didn't know God. I didn't know He loved me. I didn't know Him. I was a do-gooder, I did little social things, I'm coaching hoop, I'm doing my thing. I'm not a bad dude in my own world because I don't compare myself to God's standard at the time. Right? God says be holy. Well, I wasn't holy, but according to most guys in my neighborhood, I'm a pretty good guy. I'm not playing up on my wife. I would have been, but I'm in an industry that doesn't allow it. And I'm saving the whales. I got a cause here and there. I throw a few bucks to a good organization. What is it? I don't know. Jews for Jesus. I don't know. Whatever it is. Other Jewish guys love me because I said that. Anyways. But I knew I was at unrest. So I'm talking to you guys today in here that are other guys watching this. You guys know you don't know God. You know it. And that's okay. That's okay. Because God has His own time frame. But it caught me off guard the other day because it's happened a few times. I want to make sure I'm clear on this because a guy in this group, he's not here today, he kind of pinned me down on this, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And he says, in this group, look at a lot of the guys here, we got these qualifications. You got to be a caffeine addict. That's number one. You got to be from California, right? Probably baptized Catholic, and your marriage is on a thread. That's qualified most of the guys in this group. Even the guys that know God in here. But it was the guys that don't know Him. That don't know Him. I really want to talk to you guys specifically and give you some encouragement. And I don't know who you are. And it's not me, I'm stirring you. I'm not calling a guy out. I'm just going to say it because the guy called me out the other day because I had the same question as him 4 or 5 years ago. He comes up to me and he says, man, I've been told I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this to know God, or to get Christianized term to be saved, right? That's a very southern term. I want to get saved. He's talking to me at the bar. He's like, this guy tells me I got to do this. This guy's got to tell me I got to be a good dude. This guy told me I got to get baptized. This guy says I got to walk the aisle. This guy says I got to go flop around like an idiot and speak tongues in front of my friends. This guy says I got to join this cult. This guy says I got to come to the Church of Donuts. What do? I want to know God. I'm just a nice guy by world standards, but I know inside I want to be in line with the Lord. What do I need to do? The guy's kind of getting angry at me, like, I've been coming around and you haven't told me I got to do anything. What he's saying is, give me the mystery, man. Everybody goes through it. I was the same way. I was like watching Charles Stanley. I know I'm lost. I don't know the Lord. I want to know him. And the guy go, nothing. For guys here that don't know him yet, he loves you. He loves you so much. And he wants to have a relationship with you. And there's nothing the Methodist Church can do to help you with that. Or the temple, or the Mormon Church, or the Rotary Club, or the Elks Club, or Masonic Lodge. No one can help you. I cannot help you with that. It is a free gift from your loving Father in heaven. And when I say go to the Lord tonight and don't wait to your room alone and ask to know him, even that is a gift of God. Even that is God stirring your conscience. God has given you a free gift because he loves you so much. So very, very much. And I say this because you guys are your public enemy number one these days, being a man. Man, it's like anti-man world we live in. And our job is to remind you, like Farmer said, your Father in heaven who created you, he loves you so much. So much. Now, how does it relate to, the N.B.A.? I was thinking about that a little bit. Well, I think it was, or Jacques Cousteau, is there's no mystery. Like Coach said, just give it to Bernard. Get out of the way. It's like, I know some of you have asked me the question, and some guys aren't here yet, and you're serious. I can see in your heart and your mind that this life is almost over for you. You have a few years left in this room. It's going to go like a vapor. And you're thinking, man, I want to walk with God. How do I do that? You have to go alone. You must go and ask to know him. He promises, he says, he loves you so much. He goes, I'm right there. Not only am I right there, but when you come to ask to know me, lay it all out to me, he says. Don't come, I'm a good guy. Don't come, I'm in the Rotary Club. Don't come, I'm a lefty or a righty, or I'm a Democrat or Republican, or I'm an independent, or I'm a good guy, or I'm the CEO of Microsoft. Just go to the Lord. Lord, I know you love me. I know you love me. Will you please save me? I want to know you. And he says, right there, at that time, the angels in heaven will be rejoicing for you. The day you go to the Lord, the angels in heaven will be rejoicing for you. And then he says, I will save you. Probably won't be that night, but he will save you. He gives you your promise. You're his child, and he loves you. Now, I don't know how that relates to coffee addiction or Bernard King or Jacques Cousteau, but what I wanted to hit up today about, what is the great mystery that St. Paul talks about in the Bible. He says, anyone that comes to talk to me, he goes, Paul he's going to jail, and he's going to get his head cut off. So it's not ending so well for him, but it didn't matter. He knew what was important. He knew. He was talking about, I'm going to talk to anyone about the great mystery. What is the mystery? The mystery is guys like us in the room. All of us, me included, all of us here. We're just another sinner coming in the donut group. That's where we stand. We know it. We don't come, oh Lord, look how good we are. I run a donut group, or I'm this, or I run the home group. No, man. No. He loves us so much, he says, come as you are. Don't try to clean up the window dress. Come as you are, he says. There's no mystery. None. He loves you. He wants to hear from you. Don't wait. Go tonight. And even the angels in heaven tonight will be rejoicing over you. Over you. You guys have a lovely donut time the rest of the day. Hope you guys get some relationships going. I hope that maybe we can be for you. We can be here for you practically and personally. Thank you for coming today, and you guys have a great weekend. God bless.